Welcome back to High, Wide, and Handsome, a racing podcast right here on the Arson Brothers Network. We are back after our summer break. It is good to be back. We are down a man's size. Bailed at the last moment there. Got stuck at work, so he didn't make it back from summer break yet. So he's saying he's working. We don't know that. I have no confirmation. I saw a computer screen or something he sent, but that could easily be AI in this modern age.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen size work, so I don't know what he's talking about.
That's right. But three-man crew with you tonight. Myself, Matt Klein, the good Dr. Shawn Allen, and of course, Mr. Jeff Griffith. Gentlemen, how are we doing? What's been going on through the summer break? Shawn, we'll jump with you. Start it off.
Man, it feels like it's been forever, but here we are. Lots of good things. Some of the work stuff that kept me out of a couple episodes are finished now. Thank God. And Greyhound, it's all gone. That's good. It's been a good time. Been a good time getting stuff caught up at work, hanging out with the family. Did take in some live wrestling, which y'all know I love that. So checked out some AEW a couple weeks ago while we had the free time, and it's been a good couple weeks. But have missed you guys and have been on here rambling about the racing.
No doubt. Yeah. That AEW show looked like a blast for sure.
It's a great time for sure.
Yeah, always. Jeff, how about you, brother?
Well, I mean, I wish I had something exciting to say, but I've really just worked a lot. That's about it. And managed to maybe piss off some Corey Day fans at one point. I don't know.
Yeah, that did happen. Jeff dropping some controversial clips here on the High, Wide, and Handsome socials while we were away. So
that was about the most exciting thing that happened to me, I guess.
Concrete shoes at Eldora will it'll get the people moving, my friend.
Yeah.
My personal favorite was the guy that said he lost brain cells watching that. I was like, I've been listening to Jeff for years and losing brain cells. I don't even want to hear buddy, you're new to the game.
That's right. You're going to have to strengthen up a bit.
That's right.
Yeah, I've been basically on the road almost since literally last recording a few days after. In Kentucky for just a bit, in various parts of Tennessee, done some time in Nashville. I did get to check out a few racing-related stuff, the National Corvette Museum along the way in Bowling Green, Kentucky. It was absolutely awesome. There'll be actually a full video from there. Went all through it and filmed coming up. And few kind of stumbled into some things in Nashville, I will say, and I do have for the High, Wide, and Handsome page, TikTok or Reel, whatever you want to call it, but coming. Alan Jackson, he got a new museum down there in Nashville. We checked it out, which is incredible all around. But Alan, as a lot of you may know, is a huge NASCAR fan, racing fan in general, and a lot of ties to NASCAR through the years, some music videos. He was at Dale Jarrett's championship, but they have a whole cabinet section, whatever you want to say, of the museum just dedicated to racing and Alan's racing connections and ties and stuff. So really, it was cool to see that and got some stuff.
Oh, man. That's awesome, dude. I remember when he had that video. What song do you have the video for? It had all the Ford drivers in it.
Yeah.
Was it Who's Cheating Who?
Yes, it was.
Oh, man. As a young guy, I was triggered. I was like, not one Chevy guy. I didn't quite get how contracts worked at that time.
Yeah, Alan, quite the Ford man, at least contractually speaking. I also in there was an old, I think I said his brother-in-law actually built it for him one time. It was his desk, but it was made out of the front end of an old Ford pickup truck. It was really cool.
That's awesome.
But there was a lot of racing memorabilia in there. I was pleasantly surprised with that, and a few other things along the way. We had a good little summer break for sure, but I'm glad to be back here talking some racing with my buds.
Yeah, man. I've missed it. I have missed it for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. Props to both of you guys keeping the socials rolling, dropping some clips and things this week or the past couple of weeks while we were gone. So appreciate that. Some good stuff for sure. Even if Jeff got some anger out of it.
Well, I know that Shawn dropped one trying to bait me, and I didn't fall for the
bait. He did. That's for sure.
That was just my reality. If you took it as such, it's on you.
There you go. Good stuff. Actually, I got a little Hall of Fame, if you will, still in the can from Shawn, showing off something nice. So that'll be coming soon as well.
Awesome.
But there was a lot of racing. Well, while we were gone, but we're jumping right into this past week and weekend, certainly, and we'll roll into the lead lap. And that will put us on the lead lap where we dissect all things NASCAR. Big weekend in Indianapolis. We'll start with the trucks over at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Love that little short track. Love that the truck series still goes there. I honestly kind of wish O'Reilly still went there. I mean, I enjoy O'Reilly on the big track, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I kind of wish they were still over there in a way, but that's neither here nor there.
IRP rules, man. I enjoyed that race quite a bit.
Yeah, it's a fun little track. And you know who else enjoyed that race is Mr. Layne Riggs. Has led 198 of 200 laps. Absolute dominance by Layne Van Rigsbergen, if you will.
I mean, honestly, he probably should have led 200.
Oh, dude, yeah. Lap 72 on restart. Missed a shift, and for 2 laps there, handed the lead to his teammate Chandler Smith. But yeah, I mean, if not for that little blunder, he would have went wire to wire. It's, I mean, pretty safe to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was fast, man. I mean, Chandler was fast, too.
Yeah.
Front row was dialed in, for sure. But, yeah, Layne, he's having such a good season. And this was just more evidence of that, man. I mean, not probably quite the levels of what Corey Heim did last year, but it's not a whole lot off from it. I mean, he's looking pretty great.
Yeah, he's having a year, man. And I think early on, I think we talked about him being championship favorite, but I think it's even he's having a better season than I even thought and expected him to have a good season, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Just props to him and that whole front row team, man. As you said, Chandler was fast too. Their trucks are top notch right now.
Mm-hmm. They are.
And that kind of leads to a question. Big rumors around the front row and the Cup organization. At first, there was a lot of rumors of Layne getting the call up to the Cup Series to take over the 4-car. This week came out a little more that front row seemingly going to stick with Noah Gragson in that. And I guess that leaves Riggs another year in the Truck Series. What do you guys think about that? Riggs in the truck, Noah staying?
Well, I mean, I don't really think Noah's lighting the world on fire in front row right now, but I don't know. I don't know if it's driver error or car problem or what, really. But I mean, a change of pace and a change of scenery could do good for maybe the team and the driver situation. Layne certainly. I mean, I think we saw with like Corey. I saw a lot of people saying they think that a truck driver actually translates better moving up to Cup than an O'Reilly driver, and I think Layne could probably be. He could probably be a little bit more competitive than what Noah's being at the moment, in my opinion. And I'm not nothing against Noah. I just think it's just things seem stale on that front.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to speak any ill will toward Noah because I like Noah too and I want him to be in a ride, but it makes no sense to me. It wasn't that long ago we heard it said that in some ways driving in the Truck Series is better preparation for Cup than driving in the O'Reilly Series. I mean, we've heard drivers say that their years in O'Reilly in some ways was wasted for it. And there's a guy we're going to talk about in a few minutes that it may lean into that truck thing and, is better prep for Cup. So I think giving Layne and shots the way to go. Now, I don't think that front row on the Cup side has the equipment of 2311 to where you could compare them totally. Yeah. But I think that if that theory would hold true, that Layne absolutely deserves a chance in Cup. And if again, there's only so many spots, man, but somebody should be putting him in a Cup ride. And I don't know why they wouldn't be trying to move him up into it. And I mean, I know it would land on his feet somewhere. So. Yeah,
I mean, I pretty much agree. I think Layne would be a good move. I don't think it hurts Layne necessarily to be in the trucks another year. Look at such as Heim. There's got a lot of calls for him to move forward. He stayed around for a while, and now we see what he's doing. So, I mean, I don't think it would be necessarily a detriment to him, and especially if he keeps the motivation he's going. But, I mean, if I'm front row, it would be hard not to make that move, I feel like. Obviously, there's sponsorship. There's tons more in play. From my understanding, Noah moves a good bit of merch. I've read multiple times about that. So, I mean, that's possibly even in play. And like you guys said, I mean, I like Noah, but he's just had a really rough year this year. And, I mean, front row in the Cup side, obviously, they're not setting the world on fire, but I think Todd and Zane both certainly outperforming him, and him being more of a veteran in the Cup side than them. So, I mean, there is something to look at there, but we'll see how it plays out. Nothing's set in stone, but
yeah, and like you said, Matt, Noah is very popular, and I'm sure he does move a lot of merch, and the money probably does come easy. I mean, he won the fan vote for the All-Star race several years in a row. I mean, you know, so I totally get it from that standpoint too. That's like, what do you do here? I mean, I do understand that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the situation shakes out. It'd be interesting if front row can find start building that Cup program, which I think they're improving slightly. I don't think they're at the peak. I think they were peaked out towards the end of the last car. So we saw McDowell pull off some wins and stuff there, but it's a fun little team to watch grow, certainly. And comparing at the truck side, I mean, they're almost peak and staying peak there, so it'll be interesting to see the next few years a good crop of young drivers, no matter how that shakes up, to see where this team goes. But yeah, as far as the Riggs thing, it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, I don't think it kills him to stay another year. But I'm also, as Shawn said, if I'm other teams, there's some other spots that may be taking a look. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's right. I mean, at the end of the day, no matter what, we know the man's talented, because you don't win this many races in any of the series without being super talented. So somebody's going to – maybe one more year in trucks, but after that, somebody's putting him in a Cup car.
Yeah, I agree. And especially, as I said, off the success of Heim, I think everybody's probably peaking a little more at the truck series now for their young talent, and maybe rightfully so. But it'll be interesting, even the next few years on that front, to see how that goes.
Man, Frankie Muniz is going to get that big Cup ride coming up.
Frankie Muniz to the 48 confirmed.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's see if you get that, Jordan Bianchi.
Yeah, there's your bomb. Oh, goodness. We'll give a shout out to Connor Mozak. Had a awesome runner-up finish there in that race, as well as Gavin Boschelle, man, making his debut. A young man we've heard a lot about, and he's coming. Well, he top 10 in his debut with a 9th. It's pretty impressive. So another young talent to watch out for coming through the ranks there as well. Not that we're short of them. The young crop of talent in every series. It's crazy.
Yeah. There was another young man that really impressed me in that truck race the other night. We watched him on the Dodge or the Ram reality show. Michael Christopher Jr. looked great the other night. At times, I thought he was going to drive up into the top 5. I mean, he was like right there knocking on that door.
Dude, yeah, absolutely. I think Michael Christopher Jr.'s got potential to be, I mean, at least at the truck level. We'll go from there, but man, somebody needs to be looking at him for a full-time ride. Every time he gets a shot in a truck, he's top 10. And granted, mostly at short track so far, but I mean, that's where literally you have to start. So I think certainly somebody needs to be taking a look there. And I mean, surely somebody is at this point, but who knows? But yeah, I agree.
Yeah, as soon as me and Shawn was talking during the truck race the other night, and that was the first thing I sent him after. I said, man, somebody needs to put this guy on a truck ride next year.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're looking at probably a top 10 points run at minimum, putting him in. And you never know all that what if, but man, he really performs every time he gets in there.
Yep.
It's a heartbreaker for Christian Eckes. Ran second most of the first half before the alternator died, dropping him back to 33rd. Tough for that. That seems to be the story of really that whole team, but certainly Eckes this season. Like a few years ago, he looked unstoppable at one point in the truck series. Now, like they have some speed, but then something happens. Seems like almost every race or every other race or something.
And yeah, when that happened, I felt bad for him, man. And hopefully they can get things back on track. We want to see X giving it to him. So.
The other side of that, teammate Hemrick involved in a heavy incident on lap 138 with Landon Lewis ended their nights. We got some lock-ins in the chase now. Chandler Smith, Christian Eckes, despite that, and Gio Rogerio all officially locked themselves in this week. Of course, Layne and Honeycutt already locked in, so we're starting to wrap up some of this chase, and that's in all these series we'll get into. But a massive bubble battle, if you will, here. Stuart Friesen hanging on to 10th, the final spot, by just 8 points over Ankrum. So that's a tight one. Who you think going to survive that run?
Yeah, I'm pulling for Friesen on that one, man.
Yeah, Friesen, I mean, he's almost a walking miracle to be doing anything, let alone sitting top 10th in points. So I mean, nothing but a huge shout out for all he's overcome over the last calendar year. I think it was literally like last year when that terrible accident
pretty much marked the year.
Yeah.
So,
but really, what a great story, though, right? To be right there in it 1 year after that. So, yeah, definitely pulling for Friesen in that situation, too. Yeah. But it's tight, man.
It is, yeah. We got good bubble battles on all three of the series. And that's something fun the chases give us. And I mean, I guess we had that to a bit in the playoffs, but it feels a little different, I feel like, with this new revamped system.
It feels different, for sure.
I've almost had a hard time adjusting my thinking back to the chase because I still keep thinking, well, while they're on the bubble, they've won.
Right.
So it's been hard for me to get that out of my head because we've had it for 10 years or something.
Yeah.
So,
I can understand that.
Yeah, but I like it though.
And still that, and I mean, I guess depending on how you look at it, that panic of these last few races of drivers and in all three series, I mean, really panicking, trying to get a win and creating some situations. Good, bad, or the other, that's of your opinion, but it is definitely a little different.
Absolutely.
But fun truck race at IRP. As I said, give IRP its flowers. I love that little track. Love
it. Real quick, before we move from trucks, it's worth mentioning that Layne grew his lead to 100 points over Honeycutt.
Adds pure domination.
My gosh, man, particularly O'Reilly and trucks, these top guys are something else right now.
Yeah.
And they're impressive Layne because at one time, Honeycutt, I mean, we on dub Mr. Perfect, but he was right there for, I mean, at least the first quarter or more of this year. Like we talked about the battle, but Layne, big Layne summer, if you will. He's really rolled it off.
The summer of Layne.
Yes. He looks like he'd like a good Pepsi.
Can't say that anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Can't say that. Not a sponsor.
All right. Anything else from the truckers?
Can't think of anything in particular.
Yeah, I'm sure there's more, but we got to move on at some point. Well, look at the O'Reilly series where we saw a monstrous first-time victory for Carson Kvapil. Finally breaks through. Been so close to me times. We saw a very emotional Dale Earnhardt Jr. after the race, pretty much in tears, pounding on his heart, saying Carson was like a son to him. I thought that was really cool to see, a very touching moment. And then in the excitement, Carson forgot the rules of Indy, where you do not do your burnout over the bricks, and Lee let her rip onto the bricks. We saw the crew out there overnight working, getting that black rubber cleaned off. Dale Jr. issued a formal apology. I thought it was kind of funny myself. If I'm working at IMS, I probably wouldn't have found it funny. But
somebody call the dang police. The man wins his first race, forgets that you can't do your burnout in this one section. I know it's historic. I get that, right? I mean, I get the rule. But come on, and evidently his radio was unplugged or something, so he didn't hear anybody tell him, not to do it. I saw that at some point.
I saw that.
Yeah, I saw her out there with brushes and stuff. Here's my question, because don't do your burnout there. But you can't tell me a lot of rubber don't get laid down on them things throughout just a race. Yeah. I mean, Whatever. But good, man. So happy for him, though. Like you said, Matt, such an emotional win for him. I was surprised at how emotional Dale Jr. was. At first, I thought he was crying because he had a hoodie on in the middle of July. But, I mean, it's really great win. Loved everything about it.
Well, I suspect that the real reason Dale Jr. was crying was he was afraid they were going to fine Junior Motorsports for that, and he didn't want to have to pay that money.
Yeah, I had no problem with any of it, whatever, but if they would have fined him, I would have had a big problem because I think that would have been absolutely absurd. Or, I mean, I guess it could still happen. Typically Tuesdays is when this show will come out, but I don't think we're going to get that. Now, if that happens, then, yeah, I think it's absurd, but...
Surely Roger can afford to pay somebody to clean them things. I mean, come on.
Just go down in that lake and dig you a few more old ones out.
That's right.
It'll be fine.
But no, I thought the O'Reilly race was really good, man. I enjoyed it. It was a good race. I was very happy to see Kvapil get a win. I've been wanting it all season. He's been so close so many times. To finally get that breakthrough, what a place to do it.
Yeah, you couldn't ask, I mean, hardly for a bigger first victory. It was cool to see, and it's been so close. And, I mean, dominance from Junior Motorsports swept the top 4 positions. First time in the history of this series that's ever been done, actually. I didn't realize that going in, but pretty monumental.
It is. Yeah. And, of course, Justin was running him down there at the end. I was like, oh, man, of all the people, here he comes, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, as much as I'm sure Justin was proud of him getting that win, Justin wanted that win for himself. He was going to get it if he could. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did not go easy on him. He gave him all he wanted, and that speaks to Carson as well. He drove an excellent race,
and just that little bit of experience there, man. That's the reason Allgaier is so valuable to that series, man. That just leveled. I mean, like you're playing a video game and you complete a task. You get some points that level you up a little bit. That just leveled Carson up a little bit.
Yeah, I agree 100% with that. Really cool to see. We'll talk about Jeremy Clements. Got that big stage 1 win and really had speed all day until late. Ended up 37 down. Had some issues with the car late, but a shout out to that small team showing up on the big scale. And stage 2, Roger Carruth up there got him a big stage win, which really helped him with that. We talked about the bubble battle. Roger involved in the bubble battle of this series, and
that speaking of Justin, I was going to say, I feel like I'm not saying team orders or anything, but I feel like Justin did Raja a real solid there because I think he was faster, but he didn't. I mean, he didn't pass him on purpose. I'm convinced of that. So that's because I think he could have if he wanted to. Man, of course, I love seeing that. And, hey, from here on out, Raj is in the 88, so we'll see.
I mean, getting that stage win and getting those stage points. That's the last week he's not going to be in the JRM car. He needed that, and that couldn't have came at a better time. And I think Raja makes it in, man. I think he's going to make it in the chase.
And it's going to be tight. Yeah, he's sitting 20 out. Sawalic's sitting 7 out ahead of him. Sieg behind him, 74 points out. It's going to be tough, but I mean, I think you can. I'm like you guys, glad he's in the 88 for the rest of this venture. I think that'll certainly help. And also agree with Justin, very much let him have that stage, which I was pumped for. He needed those points, and Justin knew it, but it was kind of cool.
I don't know if y'all heard him, but Raj's been kind of doing the rounds of interviews. I think he was a host on Door Bumper Clear last week, and he. Something I find interesting is the level of honesty he's been using when talking about driving the 32 versus the 88. I mean, he just flat out says, in the 32, I'm trying to make the best of it, and with being respectful to Jordan Anderson, of course. And he's like, then in the 88, we got to go. And so I'm like, I appreciate that because a lot of guys would just give you the whole, we're ready every week to win. He didn't say that, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. We'll give another little nod to Brent Cruz. Looked good again, end up 6th, man. Another one of these young, talented drivers. We are not short on them.
Turning into a young man's game.
Yeah, I mean, it really is a bit. Point standings, Allgaier still now 265 points over second place. Carson Kvapil up to second place. Carson's, I mean, if you don't look at Justin's incredible season, Carson's having a great season. Then you look at Justin's numbers and you're like, oh.
It's crazy that Jesse Love won the championship last year, and I feel like he's kind of fallen out of even the conversation.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that 2 car, but Downforce Danny going to have to get that thing hooked back up because they are having some issues.
I have to wonder if maybe he's not getting quite the support he was going to get before the Wood Brothers move. I have to wonder. I mean, I'm not saying that, but I do kind of wonder because it's like, I feel like from the moment that announcement happened, his performances started dropping more and more.
Oh, he's getting popped. I mean, that's what's happening. I hate to tell you. But speaking of who's going to make it in the bubble, it's interesting, man. That there sits Taylor Gray 7 points up. He's won a race. William Swallich, he's there. And he won a race. So, I mean, it's wild, man. But they're tight there. So it's really, I think realistically, that last spot's between those two. And if Raj could pull a Hail Mary for those 20, because I mean Ryan Sieg in that 74, that's kind of a ways back. I think they've only got 2 races to go to the chase.
I think so. Yeah, Sieg going to have some help. Some guys having problems to get there, but I agree with you. Yeah. But it's going to be fun to see how that shakes out. I think we're all Team Raj here, hoping to get in. But
absolutely, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that we will. Fun, love the O'Reilly series. Once again, saw a lot of call for Cups to use O'Reilly cars at Indy. We'll get to that. A lot of controversy this race that I didn't expect. So we'll move into the Cup series. We saw a shocker, the biggest shock of the weekend. Corey Heim wins the Brickyard 400, led a race high 58 laps. And I'll give a massive credit, though, to Crew Chief Booty Barker. He made a great strategy call, got them in the optimized spot for that track position to be out in front fuel. And then, I mean, also shout out to Heim, of course, held off a hard charging. First held off his boss, his team owner, Denny Hamlin, through a big block of that to do it even, which was pretty cool to see. And then held off, I mean, Christopher Bell, Joey Logano held off 2 of the best. Just impressive. Kind of wild. We talked about this at Heim's first win, which is wild to even say. His first win at San Diego, he matched Jimmie Johnson's, won his first race in his 13th start. Now, this is wild, exactly 35 days later, Jimmie Johnson won his second race, as did Corey Heim, exactly 35 days later. So I think that's kind of a wild little ironic stat there. Man.
I mean, what do you even say at this point, honestly, when you think about it? I mean, the guy comes out in his second race. Not only does he win his second in 15 starts, and it's the Brickyard 400. I mean, the youngest guy to do it since Jeff Gordon won the first one in '94. But some of the stuff I was looking at earlier is just look at the company he's in this season. I mean, there are very few guys that's won multiple races. You've got Tyler Reddick, who is a champion, going to be a champion in this sport, period. You've got Denny Hamlin, who's a first ballot Hall of Famer. You got SVG, maybe the best road course racer we've ever seen, and then 2 Cup Series champions in Blaney and Chase. So, I mean, that's it. And then you look at guys who haven't won at all this year. I mean, we won't even get into it. There's a laundry list. So it's just incredible to see what Heim has done. I mean, it's nothing short of that.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things, like when I saw his qualifying time, I messaged Matt. I was excited because he qualified 7th. And there was just like a part of me, I don't know how else to explain it, but it's almost like I feel like Heim wills himself to win. And like he just executes and he doesn't get flustered like you would expect for someone of his age and someone of his experience level. He don't drive like someone of that level of experience. And it's like one of those things I felt like when I saw his qualifying, I was like, he might win that race tomorrow. I had a feeling. And I mean, sure enough, man, you give him that lead and he just wasn't going to give it up, which I mean, I don't guess anybody was giving up a lead too much at that race.
Yeah, we'll get to that, certainly. But I mean, we're getting to the point where anytime Heim entered in a Cup race, you got to look at him as a contender. I mean, he led a ton at Texas. He's been fast every time he's been in. Now with 2 wins, like that's a really wild statement to say, but I believe it to be true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and there are, and we want to give Heim his flowers, and we know there are factors here too, right? Heim is in the fastest cars in the series right now, and that's definitely a big help. And then, the issues with passing at the Brickyard also is as well. But that doesn't mean he didn't have to build that car. I mean, at the end, he had lost his handling, and there could have been a mistake really quickly there that caused either of those two behind him to get around him. So
you had Christopher Bell and Joey Logano right on him. All it took was one bobble in those 30 laps, one mistake, and they would have been able to get around him, and he just didn't make those mistakes. So yeah, he held off Denny on that restart. I think he earned it, man.
Oh, he did.
Absolutely. Yeah, and the handling went away. If you go back and watch those last handful of laps, you can visibly see that car loose and sliding at times. Like he was driving the wheels off of it. It was very impressive.
And I'll tell you something else that's impressive about this whole thing is I mean, it's hard to win a cup race no matter what. That's not what I'm saying. But he earned both of them. There was no and it's not saying like if you play gas mileage, it's not a legitimate win. But there was no a gas mileage situation or anything like that. I mean, he outran everybody to win both. And it's just amazing. It really is.
I keep thinking about, and if you saw the pre-show right before it, they did an interview with Denny, and he was talking about winning at Indy, and now he still hasn't done it. And he was talking about it's the one place where every piece of your car, your team, and yourself as a driver, you have to execute perfectly. Like he was on and on that. It was a pretty good interview, but like to think then, turn around and Heim to do that, and that's what it takes. Like every aspect of that, Booty, the crew chief, the pit crew, everybody, and that whole team did. And I don't know. I think it's odd too. Now that we've saw him with 2 part-time wins, I saw some stuff saying, well, they're a part-time team. They have more time to prepare. Go back every year in NASCAR. Part-time teams don't win. You don't even look at them as potential to win ever. So that argument, I think, is absurd that I've saw a few times.
No, that's ridiculous.
I couldn't agree more, Matt. I saw people saying the same thing, and I had like the same thoughts. I was like, and okay, he had more time to prepare. You know what? Those other guys make that sense. Denny Hamlin wins more often than he don't this year because he spends that time preparing. Anybody can do it, man. I mean, that's the one reason Denny wins.
Well, it's always been viewed as a detriment not to run every week and learn things every week, like for the car, for that, like that.
Yeah.
That dog don't hunt for me.
All right, y'all brace yourselves. I'm about to make a nice Denny comment, but I was thinking about Denny today. Usually, when I'm thinking about Denny, it's in a totally different state of mind. But I was thinking, like, is all he needed was Michael Jordan's money, and all of a sudden he can is he the best scout we've ever seen for talent? I mean, my gosh. I mean, all he needed was the money, and he's suddenly running the top team in NASCAR right now and taking a 24-year-old kid out of the truck series and had him win twice. It's insane.
Yeah,
it's really wild, is. Y'all. Yeah.
I mean, even got Riley Herbst looking decent this year. It's like no offense to Riley, but you know what I mean. Like,
you're right, because as good as Riley's ran this year, in any other situation, he'd be riding on next year.
Yeah.
But I mean, unless you're going to field 4 teams, you ain't leaving Corey Heim on the bench.
No,
so,
absolutely not. Yeah, it's 2311 as a whole. I mean, obviously Heim and all this, but as a whole, such an impressive organization. Like, we forget how young of an organization it is too. Almost Trackhouse is viewed as the hot new kid on the block. They've ate what Trackhouse did, even in those first few years. Not speaking Trackhouse woes right now. Those first few years that we were like, oh, Trackhouse, new shiny awesome thing, but they far exceeded even that.
Yeah, you're right.
It's impressive.
Yeah. I mean, to me, they're at the point where I listened to the teardown, and I heard them saying, trying to decide if it was like are they part of like the big 3 or whatever they were going to try to call it now. And I was like, they're right there.
I think Gluck gonna have to come off that, boy.
Yeah, no, I mean they are right now the top team in the Cup Series, period. And that's over HMS, that's over Gibbs, that's over Penske, that's over everybody. Because and that's not saying like that'll stay forever. I mean, we know how this goes, but right now they're running better than anybody else. I mean, that's just it.
Yeah. It's impressive all around. It's wild. All of it wild. The Heim stuff's wild. It's fun to watch. It's historic. It's gonna be something especially, I think. I mean, who knows? But in a handful of years from now, in a decade from now, to look back and like, man, I remember all that. That was crazy.
Yeah.
One of those type things too.
Well, I know we're going to move on, but I was just going to say, Matt, I was trying to think. I can't remember in my lifetime anything quite like this.
No.
I mean, a part-time. I mean, like you mentioned Jimmie Johnson, but he was running a full season, and never have I seen anything like this.
No. Well, usually we saw it with Jimmie Johnson and many others. Usually they get those handful of starts before their first year, and they're usually abysmal. Like, I remember Jimmie being abysmal in some of those first ones, but I don't know. I'm like you. There's really no precedent for it.
Well, when Jeff Gordon first started, Darrell Waltrip told Rick Hendrick, "You got to do something about that driver."
Yeah.
I mean, Yeah. So it's usually how it goes. This is unprecedented.
And I mean, even speaking like some of the people who did have rookie success, Jimmie being one of them, who had that rookie year success, they were full time, and usually by the second half of the year, usually where those started, Tony Stewart, if you even go back to, let's say, Davey Allison had a very successful rookie year, but this isn't even his rookie year, technically speaking.
Yeah,
this is year zero.
Yeah,
it's
really wild.
Yeah,
man, I wonder if he'll keep Booty as a crew chief next year.
Well, I don't think Booty wants to be on the road full time is the situation there from my understanding. But who knows? I'm sure Booty likes this winning, though.
Yeah.
Typical. I'm a fan of Booty Barker from way back, so I would be cool with it. But But I don't know. I don't think we'll see him probably full time. But who knows, man? That combo seems to work. He seems to know Booty's motivation / run you down just enough to motivate you really seems to work on Heim. I think Bubba it took them a bit to mesh, I felt like, when he was with Bubba, and we saw success there, but I feel like with Heim, it's maybe exactly what Heim's kind of looking for as a crew chief, so who knows? And that's all me speculating, of course, but...
Yeah. Well, and Heim doesn't really seem like a guy that's easily rattled, as Carson Hocevar will tell you.
Yeah, we'll get to that, too.
Well, we had another big winner this weekend, the Todd Father.
Yeah, we did, the Todd Fathers. Shout one out for the Todd Father.
There you go. Love it.
The Grillos.
The Grillionaire.
Oh, man. Super fun. It's cool to see the underdog pull it off in the in-season challenge. Now, he did get some help. Blaney was involved in that accident, but hey, that's the way it goes.
I've never been so excited to see Blaney have a trouble.
Same, actually.
So happy.
I know.
Man, I loved it too, man. I heard Todd say, I think it was when they were last week when they were down to the Final Four. I mentioned to both of y'all, and I just loved it. He said those other guys can find $1 million in their couch, and he said I need it. So I love it, man. I love that he got that money. That's incredible.
And I mean, big for front row. Too. Yeah. Yeah, big week for the Todd Father, for sure. And I mean, hey, that's a big overall. I mean, with the team get some of that. I mean, that's a big for front row. We just talked about them. Like, who knows? That may be a little boost for them to get some stuff to propel them up that Ford ladder. Who knows? But yeah, it was really fun to watch. I like the in-season challenge because at the end of the day, if it's terrible, it hurts nothing. Like, nothing's changed, but it gives something to talk about, a fun little scenario. Now, especially this year, we get a big underdog victory, getting some attention on him and his team that wouldn't be there. I think it's pretty cool.
So, yeah, I've not really understood. Like, I've thought, like, you'll see some people talking about, oh, this is stupid and it's inconsequential, and it's like, what in the world is it hurting?
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't like it, you don't even have to pay attention to it. It's just, but I mean, it adds something. Like, it gives you a chance to look at like what's going on in the mid pack, and it gives the TV a reason to focus on what's going on in the mid pack sometimes when they don't always. So I don't know what there is to complain about.
Man, here's the thing. You know how this is. People complain no matter what, and everybody says any change is bad, and it should be like the old days. Well, last week we had a race like the '90s, and they all complained about it too. So it's a never-ending saga. Really, Jeff, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
Yeah, I agree 100% with that. There's going to be tons of complainers no matter what we do. But I'm like you. I mean, just don't pay attention to it. The commentary really don't get like deep in the water with it ever. So I don't see what it hurts. Even if you don't like it, just ignore it.
Yeah.
What's it matter?
Speak on Kyle Larson just a bit. Looked like set himself up, man. I thought it was his day. I really did at first. They set themselves up there, and it was early in the race, right before the end of stage one, I think. But really, he's in position. He clearly had a quick car, and then, man, out of nowhere, with that tire explosion, I think, well, go back and find Cliff Daniels' reaction. It really says it all. Utterly shocked. And then Cliff, utterly disappointed, certainly. But I get it. That team, they need something good to happen.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm convinced he sold his soul or something to win that championship last year because since he beat Denny on that last lap last year, nothing in NASCAR has been his way. It is. I mean, he not to that level, but he's having Connor luck.
Wow.
To be honest, like the luck,
It's getting there.
Dude, it is. I mean, he's obviously not last in points or anything, but it's crazy. It's insane.
Yeah. It is. It's especially like that one. That was almost like the.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we saw other stuff, but like it looked like it was finally going to be that to at least like top 5. Like I feel like they were top 5, and then just bam out of nowhere, and it just kind of really summed up the season, especially the summer. I feel like for them.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Agreed.
Just wild.
Yeah, I was watching and I heard the patented Dale Earnhardt Jr. give me a heart attack. Oh, we got what's going on?
They'll will get you. He really will.
Jump scare, man.
It is. I love it.
As a fellow twangy loud guy, it just lives up in my house. It don't even matter, man, dude. But yeah, right now in general, y'all know I'm an HMS guy, and the whole company's down right now too. I mean, it's insane. So it was like right after that, there was Chase going behind the wall after whatever that deal was. I mean, it's hard to. Every time you think Chevy's getting there to turn that corner, something happens, man. It's just been one of them years.
Now the top Chevrolet in points is Carson Hocevar sitting in 5th. That's a wild stat or a wild statement, or whatever.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, it is true.
Man, I mean, Spire in general was dialed in this week. Michael McDowell had a great run all day.
He did.
Daniel Suarez, I mean, he kind of got off on strategy there, but still worked his way back up. I mean, they all 3 qualified great. Spire was running really well, and Carson took the most advantage of it, I feel like.
Hey, even on the dirt track, big week for Spire. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Big week for them all around, yeah. Yeah, Spire, on the turn of that, is very impressive as at the moment, the new top Chevrolet team. I mean, there's obviously some nuances in that statement, but Carson's sitting 15 points. It's wild. It's really wild. But, I mean, I think Hendrick obviously ultimately going to be okay. Chase and the 5 car both had speed yesterday, if nothing else. But just more bad luck than anything on that side, I think.
That's right. You're right, man.
Well, I mean, it's kind of to think of that I heard. It's not just the stat, I guess. It's just something I hadn't really thought of, and I heard it said. But, like, a driver that's not a full-time driver has got as many wins as Hendrick Motorsports has in this season. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is a wild.
Yeah, you just think about that a minute. Is there any world where you would have said that this point in this season that Corey Heim would have 2 wins and Kyle Larson would have none and wouldn't have won in over a year? Think about that. It's wild.
No, it is wild. It's like we're in a Marvel What If season.
That's the answer. There was no lawsuit. I mean, none of this really happened. Michael Jordan doesn't even own a team. Like, it's just.
Yes. Oh, gosh. We'll speak a little bit about Hocevar. Solid run in 9th. I guess controversial day, if you will. Him and Heim back into it again. That's the gift that keeps on giving for fans anyway. Chasing each other around the track, down to the apron track, and then at one point the infamous moment when Heim went for a pit. Carson ran down to the entrance of the pit with him with the bird in the air flying. I thought it was interesting. TV not only talked about it, went back and replayed it as well, so they're leaning into that a bit. But I saw a lot of people kind of upset about it. But
Did y'all hear Jimmie Johnson? He said, "I'm glad the bird's back." In my era, it was all the time. So I mean, man, I don't. Other than, I mean, I've heard a few people say he kind of followed him down there and did it, and they didn't like that. And I guess I can kind of get that. But the rest of it, who cares, man? Let them have at it. It's good. We need these kind of personalities. I mean, the guys like Carson. I want Carson flipping him off and doing whatever else he's doing, and I want Corey Heim saying he finished 9th, so I don't care. You know, I want all that. We need that.
100%.
Yeah. Corey had some great quotes after the race. Some little one-shot there that he was putting out, and Carson just egging it on. I mean, it's great. This is the rivalry that I feel like we're going to be seeing this for years.
Yeah, it's so good. And two young, very talented men, and both with big personalities. It's perfect. I mean, really. I'm showing up. I guess it was on Door Bumper Clear. I haven't watched it or listened to it yet. They had the Racewin ring on his middle finger as a little shot at Carson, I guess. I love it. And they're both dudes who are engaged enough, who understand things that are going on enough, on and off the track, to keep it up a bit. I feel like, too. I think we now know very famously Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt, that rivalry was a bit manufactured, but who cares? It kept us entertained for a decade or so. So
there are relatives that will barely speak to me to this day. Okay, so in the Holler and Panther, that was a real rivalry, brother. But now they were buddies. You know, but to us, it was, and you need that. I mean, we say all the time. I mean, what's Size gripe about all the time? He's not on here. The champion guys are boring. Blah 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 blah. All that junk. Well, okay, here's the answer.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If they're boring, this is the answer. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Carson is not boring.
No, and Heim has a great personality and does things. Speaking of him, he don't give Heim that credit. He calls him a robot and things, I've noticed. Not to throw you under the bus here, Size, but I do think Heim has the alter side of that personality that we're looking for. He's subtle about it, but that's exactly the alter. I think it's really cool.
I think that he's turned a switch with it a little bit between his last win and this one, because he was on some podcast right after the last win, and he kind of downplayed. Like, he was like, we're not best buddies or anything, but I don't wish him any harm personally, blah, blah. But now it's like turned up, and that's what he needs to do. Lean into it, man.
Absolutely.
Lean into it.
Absolutely.
If y'all become best friends, lean into it. You got to learn how to work.
That's right. Yeah. Exactly. Sell them
I think
t-shirts.
It also helps. Carson is so out there and so boisterous with his. If Corey did the same thing, it wouldn't feel as unique. Corey's like I said, he's more of like the hitman type. Just laying back and saying the one-liners that hit hard. Yeah. While Carson's out there being wild, and it makes for an interesting dichotomy. It's a great rivalry already. And
that's the thing. And that's what you do right now. Corey's in that really fast car, but those won't be the fastest cars forever. And Chevys will catch up eventually, and then Carson will be faster, and he can be the one making fun of him. I mean, come on, man, let's roll. I love it.
Same. Yep. Couldn't agree more. We will talk a bit about the overall controversy, what have you, of this race that's going around. First off, and now getting quoted a lot, and yes, we know what the answer is, but Kyle Petty saying that the Brickyard 400 is not a crown jewel race. Something like a crown jewel can't be bought. I don't know. To me, it's been a Brickyard since the first tire test, or been a crown jewel since the first tire test in '92 when Earnhardt and Rusty Wallace were battling each other to be the first one on the track. And that should tell you enough right there how prestige it is. I don't know where that came from Kyle Petty, but I've saw some fans sort of maybe not agreeing with the crown jewel, but agreeing, saying we don't need to be at Indianapolis anymore, that this race is terrible. I will get your opinion before I give my own go around.
To quote my loud, tangy brethren, what the heck has Kyle Petty got to do with this? Because, man, of course, it's the most famous racetrack in the world. Yeah. I hated when they ran the road courses. I don't care if it's follow the leader and nobody passes for all 400 miles. It's a crown jewel, period.
Yes.
I agree. I mean, that's my feeling as well. And I mean, I watched that race, and yeah, there wasn't any like passes for the lead. Okay, I can promise you, I sit there and watch that whole race, and I was never once not entertained with watching. I was never not happy. So like, and like, yes, if you want to question if it's a crown jewel or not, go around and ask the drivers. Go ask Denny Hamlin how bad he wants to win that race and why he wants to win it so bad. Go ask every one of those drivers why they want to win it. It's because it's the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and it is important to racing in a way that most tracks just can't be. And that's why it's a crown jewel.
And then people want to talk about attendance. Y'all, 70,000 people showed up. Yeah, I don't care if it holds 200 and whatever thousand. That's one of the third biggest or something crowd at NASCAR draws, period. I mean, come on. This is silly.
Yeah, I find it all absurd. And yes, I mean, we had literally almost double the amount of people from the week before at North of Wilkesboro. Like, wake up. I know that place holds a lot and may look whatever on TV, but tickets are being sold, money's being made, so that's not an argument. But like I said, from the moment the tire test there in 92, where we saw A.J. Foyt come back to drive a NASCAR just to say he drove a stock car on that track, it's been a crown jewel since before it was even a race in NASCAR, and certainly from the moment of the 94 race on, it's been billed that way. Go through the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum, which I was fortunate enough to do last year. They bill it, I mean, maybe not quite with the Indy 500, but they leave no punches that it is a crown jewel even to that track. Like, I find it absurd as far as the actual race. Is there a passing problem? Yes, but there's also, it's kind of also been this way always at Indianapolis. Indianapolis always been a big strategy track for NASCAR, and dare I say, half the time for IndyCar and the Indy 500. I mean, I love it both, but it's the truth. Indianapolis it's a flat, giant track fast. It opens itself up to strategy, always has, always will. Do I want that kind of racing every single week? No, but that's why we have different tracks across the country, and this certainly the most prestigious, the oldest, the best. Just the aesthetics alone. Watch it on TV. It looks different than any other race, and I mean that very positively.
Absolutely, and it means thing I think it builds it too is when you look at the list of drivers who have won the Brickyard 400, it is a literal who's who and Paul Menard. but I mean, really, it's Bill Elliott, Dale Jarrett, Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon, Jimmie Johnson, Kevin Harvick. I mean, it's on and on and on. It's champions, man. Like, people go all out to win that thing. So come on, it's just silly. It's just silly.
Yeah, I find it all. From Kyle Petty to the fans, I'm sorry, but I find it all absurd.
It is.
Who Kyle Petty ever beat?
Jamie Marshall, where are you at? Oh, goodness.
Oh, my God. Hey, one more thing related to the race before we get into some news. Y'all, I hate to be the one to bring this up, and I don't want to call it a curse, but the even years situation is starting to raise its head. I told you when we were talking in the beginning, Joey won handsomely last week. And if you could pass on that track, he probably would have won yesterday too. And our next race, we're headed to Iowa, which is a Penske place. I'm telling you guys, this is about to get sad for some of us and happy for some others, I guess. But I think Joey's on his way.
Man, I've had the same thought. I mean, well, one, he's forced you to have by his performances here lately, and certainly last week. But, man, I agree, and especially like you look at these tracks coming up, Iowa, Richmond even, like there's a lot of Penske tracks. And then you look at the points. He's up to 13th now. He realistically could get up if he continues on this tear, definitely to 10th, maybe even up to that near that 7th line, which people say is the cutoff to win a championship, although I don't buy that fully either. But just saying he has the potential to, even about the time Chase starts, to be heavily in discussion, especially that reset. Yeah, even year. It'll bite you. We'll see.
Every time. And I mean, I guess I would be a little more, I hate to say concerned about it, like something terrible's happening to Joey.
That's fair.
But I am concerned about it. And I'd be more concerned if we were under the point system we just left, because anytime he got himself to that top 4, it was hard, pretty much.
I think Joey, Paul Wolf, that 22 team, maybe are the best at manipulating the playoff format. And I don't mean that as a negative, like that's a props to them, but they really had that format and how to execute it figured out. So, but they very well may have this one figured out here late too. It's going to be interesting to see. They're certainly on a heater.
Hey man, Jimmy and Chad won 7 doing it.
Yep.
I mean, that's
absolutely
just what it is.
And speaking of Jimmie Johnson, some news from there. Pre-race had Jimmie Johnson, Rick Hendrick out to announce that Jimmie will get to run his iconic number 48 one last time in his final career start at next year's Daytona 500. So it worked out a deal between, I guess, Legacy Motor Club, Hendrick, and NASCAR. So that's going to be pretty cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm prepared to shed a few tears watching that 48 go around there one more time. I'm not gonna lie,
dude. I almost teared up at the announcement. I'll be honest with you. Like it was, it's pretty special.
So are we thinking Bowman will run the 25 in the 500?
That's where I could see them running the whole year 25. Is my thought.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know
I wouldn't be that surprised.
I could see them changing it back to 25, going away from the 48 for a while. We've saw them shuffle some of those Hendrick numbers around for a bit, but I could see that. But it'll be interesting. Yeah, I am curious if that's going to be a one-off and the 48 goes back to the 48 or if it stays off for a year. It's going to be interesting, but really cool to see that being worked out.
Yeah, well, Rick's fooling around with on all that retirement merch. That gives it another. That makes it look like this is the final year. Retirement merch, man. Put that 25 on there and you sell a bunch of merch.
That's right. Well, and Rick's got to play around with them numbers because he might be trying to get the 88 back the next year. What do you think?
I actually hadn't thought of that as far as numbers and Connor. Well, Bowman started in the 88. Maybe that goes to the 88 next year, actually. I hadn't had that thought. Interesting.
Oh, if that happens, the writing's on the wall.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because, I mean, one, that would be a deal with Trackhouse done. But, I mean, that would answer. I'm like you said, there's a Bianchi bomb coming this week. That may be all of that sorting itself out a little early. I wouldn't be surprised there either.
So, my question for you guys is something I've been wondering. Because, I mean, it's looking more and more like this may very well end up happening. And if Connor leaves, who fills that third seat at Trackhouse, do you think?
That is a good question.
Josh Berry?
Daniel Suarez. No, I'm kidding.
It's hard for me to see Barry getting it, I'll be honest. But
yeah,
I don't know.
He had a good run this week.
Yeah, he did have a good run this week.
Well,
I like Barry, but...
Yeah,
well, but you know what though? That's a ways off. So we may, I mean, somebody like Carson Kvapil or one of the other guys that Junior's got in his system there cooking because he's got that little feeder too. So I mean, I could see it being somebody like that even.
I think it would be a young guy most likely. You got Ross and SVG kind of veterans there. I feel like it would probably want to be another young guy that try to lock in somebody to build up through that organization, which they thought they had with Connor, and that seemingly going elsewhere. So I do feel like it'd probably be a young guy.
Yeah.
Another one, if that happens, is what happens to Corey Day.
Yeah.
I mean, unless Kyle Larson says I've had enough of this crap. I
could see them working some kind of system there. Day ends up at Trackhouse, even as a Hendrick affiliate or something. If I'm Justin Marks, I'm trying to push this into getting more help from Hendrick is what I'm trying to do. Obviously, it's easy for me to sit here and say that, but I would be trying my best to work some kind of deal that I get some more of that Hendrick engineering or whatever you want out of it. It'll be interesting. And, I mean, those teams, they sort of are starting to get a little closer, I feel like. So I could see something to that effect.
Man, I don't know, but I just heard and I know we're just purely speculating, but when I heard that announcement and that Bowman was going to run one more year, I was like, it's got to be Connor because of the buyout and all that stuff. Unless, I mean, I just can't imagine. And Corey Day, I think, is going to end up having a really fine career too. Don't get me wrong, but I just can't imagine that they're sitting there like, well, Alex, we're going to talk him into doing it one more year just to give Corey another year in O'Reilly, especially the way people feel about O'Reilly and how does it really help you in Cup. But we'll see. But Matt, I agree with you with Jordan saying that. Who knows? And I mean, I think getting those things worked out the earlier the better because it gives everybody involved more time to figure a lot of things out.
I agree for sure. All right, awesome stuff for NASCAR. Before we move out, we'll look at their Wide and Handsome Fantasy League, where I crapped the bed big time this week. Jeff with a huge victory. Congratulations.
2 in a row for me, right?
Yeah, I guess that is, yeah. Look at you. A little too late, maybe, on the overhaul, but you kind of figured out. Man, I got to tell on myself, too. Not only was my performance at 151 abysmal, the crew chief, my dad, Kendall, was tied up roofing on the house this week. He'd contacted me early in the morning. He was like, I'm leaving it on you if you'll pick my drivers for me. And, man, I ruined him even worse than I ruined myself, which, I mean, he may think it's on purpose, but I swear it wasn't. I was just awful this week.
Didn't he just choose that magic 8 ball I got him? I mean,
He should have, for sure. Oh,
man.
goodness.
I kicked myself because I sat there saying I'm going to take Corey Heim, and then I chickened out of it. So.
I thought about it, man. Jeff did it.
I'm at the point where if he's racing, I almost can't not take him. Man. I like we were saying earlier, I just know he's going to find his way to the front.
Yeah. Well, it's paying off so far. Certainly.
Yep.
But like you said, I think it's a little too late for me. I don't know. At this point, like I'm just trying to not finish last. Size is not that far away from me. We're pretty close, I think.
Nah, you got him up by almost 200 points now. Size fading hard. Tightening up a lot. That second place battle now. Shawn did gain a lot on second place there, so we may end up with a 3-way dance still at the top again. It was tight earlier, spread out a bit, but I'm out of people pretty much, so it's going to be interesting.
Well, you know, I've had one use on Kyle Larson for like 7 weeks, and he ends up on my bench every single time. I got one Denny use in my back pocket. I know where I'm saving it for.
Yeah,
so.
I think I might have burnt my last one, but yeah, I know where you're saving for, and I don't blame you.
I figure you might see him in person, Matt, do some things as well.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure where all that stands, actually, but yes, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on from our beloved NASCAR world. That's has been the lead lap. That will move us beyond the banking, where this week it's all about Formula O. The Hungary Grand Prix, where we saw Lando Norris with an absolutely dominant victory. Cool to see Lando back out there, won by over 15 seconds. Getting back on track, his first win of the season. Temporarily lost the lead at one point to his teammate in the opening lap, but was not to be outdone as blew back past by Oscar Piastri and really led most of it. Pretty good one. There was a situation with Piastri as he was leading, though. 25 laps to go. Might have snuck it out, but got together with Carlos Sainz. Piastri, furious, called him an idiot on the radio. And then right after that, Piastri suffered a gearbox failure, so they're up there. I did see Lewis Hamilton was quite upset. I didn't get to watch this, but I went back, finally figured out why. He was a 5-second penalty for speeding on pit lane really ruined his race. Looked like he was going to have another good day. So
yeah, he'd probably had a podium if it hadn't been for that, or at least I'd say he probably would have had it, honestly.
Yeah, third or fourth for sure, but I feel like probably more of that podium.
And I just got to say, I want to bring this up because it drives me crazy every week. Why can we not get the clear radio communication that F1 has in NASCAR?
That
it's so much better, man. It drives me nuts.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. It frustrates me as well. It really frustrates my wife, Megan, when I'm on F1. She's like, why can NASCAR not sound like this? You can understand them.
Yo, it's the accents. We just talked about it. They sound like this. That's the problem.
I am shocked NASCAR still hasn't went digital. I mean, they say it's to keep that old school fan with their scanners, but I mean, there are other ways to do that now. So I don't know. I am surprised NASCAR still hasn't went digital with the radios. It's
because all their fans online will be saying, "I ain't listening to no digital stuff."
Hey, you're right. You're right.
That's
You're
the problem.
100% right.
You're not wrong.
No.
Yeah. Dale Earnhardt didn't have no digital.
Yeah, it's funny because it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, but it would be cool. I do like the digital. It's just nice being able to perfectly understand, like, instantly.
Yeah.
We'll give a nod to Max Verstappen as well. A bit of a down year, got up to second place run there. Even he said he was surprised by it.
Max running second gives Kyle Larson hope, I feel like.
Yeah, both of our best in the world, the big discussion from a few years ago, having rough years. Or rough by their standards, rough by a lot of people's standards. They would love to have either of their years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Red Bull has struggled. I mean, to be, again, by their standards, certainly. But an interesting one in Hungary. They're on their summer break. I think F1 off for a few weeks now after that. So it's summer break time around the racing world. We took ours a little too early, I guess.
I was going to say, why couldn't they have timed that with us?
I know. NASCAR off next week as well. Yeah. Indy cars racing, but that's a whole nother story. But that'll be it for this quick little Beyond the Banking. That puts us into the Bullring Report. We look at dirt tracking, short tracking, all that good stuff. We will kick things off. High limit racing. Though, actually, at Lernerville Speedway, the Don Martin Memorial Silver Cup. Looked like it was going to be all Rico Abreu led the first 33 of 35 laps. And then we saw Reitzel crash into the wall running second on lap 25, which opened the door for Corey Day on the restart, pulled off a huge win, opened the door for Jeff to tick off a lot of people online as well.
I mean, all it takes is making one little Mafia reference with Gio Scelzi and Corey Day, or they lose their minds. I don't know. I mean, I got nothing against Corey Day. Let me just say that right now. I have nothing against Corey Day. I'm just trying to look out for his safety. That's all.
Boy, somebody backed up real quick.
Yeah.
I've had beef with Jack Roush for 30 years. Will do. Oh, what is your Lord, Jeff?
Oh, you can find that video on the Wide and Handsome socials if you'd like to bash on Jeff with the rest of the crowds.
Just do it. Go for it. We love the engagement.
That we do. Yeah, big win for Day. Snuck down there. Got him a $25,000 payday. Mm-hmm. We moved on from there to Ransomville Speedway. It was Aaron Retzel's revenge tour from the night before. Bounced back from that Lernerville crash, bring home a big $12,000 victory. Heartbreak for Tanner Holmes, though, dominated the opening half of the race. Suffered a crash navigating lap traffic with 14 to go. But opened the door for Reitzel's rebound.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't make. I mean, any kind of mistakes, and Reitzel's going to find a way to get that win. He's really good.
Yeah, I mean that first, even more than half of whatever this year, he looked like the man fell off a bit. I feel like during the summer, but seemed like he may be back, and that's a problem for the field.
Oh yeah.
From there, went on to State Line Speedway, where we saw Sunshine make some history. Tyler Courtney put on a clinic Friday night, set a new track record in qualifying, won his heat, took the lead from Reitzel on lap 2, and never looked back, won by 6.598 seconds. That's the largest margin of victory ever in the High Limit Racing Series history. So, dominating by Tyler Courtney.
Yep.
And good to see Sunshine back out front. He suffered that terrible injury a bit, I guess, early last year. That seems like forever ago now, but good to see him back in victory lane.
Yeah, I like Courtney, man. And his Spire teammate had some luck just right after.
Yeah, absolutely. The big one, the Port Royal, the big sprint track $100,000 payday, and we saw Hot Sauce Giovanni Celsi finally pick up that first win. Outdueled Chase Dietz, Tyler Courtney, and Brent Smarks to bring home $100,000. Stopped during they had a refuel stop. That one point they made some quick adjustments, and that put Celsi out front. And didn't look back. First win in 110 races, the very first sprint car victory for Spire Motorsports.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, I think High Limit has one race this week, and then they're headed on their summer break for like a month.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
We braked too early.
Yeah,
we did. We've always been ahead of the curve.
That's right.
So.
Trendsetters. Move from there across the world to the Outlaws side of things. World of Outlaws. First off, the late model series, the Prairie Dirt Classic at Fairbury Speedway. Brandon Shepherd, a huge win, fourth career Prairie Dirt Classic win. Huge win, 128th National Touring win, which officially breaks the tie now. The most winning driver of all time. Broke the tie with Scott Bloomquist. Shepherd, the winningest driver in the combined history of World of Outlaws and Lucas Oil Late Model Series. So truly a monumental win, historic career for Brandon Shepherd. Really cool to see. Give a shout out on that one to the Rookie of the Year contender Trey Mills. Won preliminary on Friday, drew the pole for the big show, held off some of the big stars, led the first 63 laps. So shout out to that young driver as well.
Absolutely.
On the sprint car side of things, World of Outlaws, we first saw them at Oswego Speedway, where it was bit of the same old story, same old song and dance. David Gravel, absolute dominance, third consecutive victory at Oswego. Gravel doing gravel things in the World of Outlaws sprint car side this year, honestly.
Yeah.
Extended his points lead as he's going for his third championship in a row. Sprint cars moved from there to Weed Sport Speedway in New York, where we saw Sheldon Haudenschild. His name's hard to say.
It is.
It's so hard to say. Like, even kind of knowing how to say it, I still can't really say it. No offense to you, Sheldon. But
yeah, you got to that one.
You do. You really do.
But no, he was fast.
Oh, yeah. Huge win for him. He's always quick. I like Haudenschild. It's like you have to stop and think before you say it.
I ain't never going to be a fan of his because I can't say his name too long.
Yeah. Worth mentioning David Gravel second, so still a big point tonight for him even there. Cuts a little on the asphalt side of things. Was the famous Hampton Heat up in Hampton, Virginia. An emotional one there. Kind of paralleled the O'Reilly races. We saw the younger Kvapil, Caden Kvapil, deliver a huge win in Hampton. Like this, one of the, well known to be one of the toughest asphalt late models to win. One of the most prestigious. Got it done. His dad and crew chief Travis there with him. We saw Flo put up a really cool video that showed him watching Dale Jr.'s interview where he got so emotional, which of course left Travis to get emotional. And then Caden went on to get that big win. So, what a weekend for that family. Really cool to see.
Yeah. Good weekend to be a Kvapil.
Yeah, it definitely was. Cool to see. And I think Caden's coming. Don't be surprised to see him up in that O'Reilly series before long.
He'll be driving a Junior Motorsports car too.
It would not shock me. He said they're like a son to him, so yeah. Fun stuff there. Tons of other races going on. I mentioned Patrick Emmerling dominated Wheeling Modified up in Mandanock Speedway. USAC. It was Indiana Sprint Week up on the USAC side of things. Kevin Thomas Jr. went wire to wire at Kokomo on a big one there. But tons of other racing. I think the Summer Shootout out Charlotte wrapped up, did their big Christmas in July finale race. Just tons of the Southern National All-Stars, they did their little series. They usually race right in their backyard down at With Speedway. That one was completely washed out. Didn't happen, unfortunately, but they still had a fun little series over our summer break. But always good racing, and usually probably good racing near you if you look for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I know Princeton ran this weekend. I haven't saw the results from it, and I didn't get to go, but I know they ran as well.
Yeah, very nice. Shout out local track here, Princeton Speedway. Hope to get back out there before the season ends for sure.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
All right, that'll do it for the Boring Report. And that moves us on to the cool down lap. We started at the beginning, and now we're at the end, gentlemen.
Whew. Yes, we are.
Been fun. Been good to be back. Certainly.
Yeah.
I will admit it's getting hot in the studio. But been good to be back nonetheless. Before that, we'll look back one more time as we have to pick our scheme of the week. Any paint scheme, any series that ran over this past week of racing. Let's get right into that. Scheme of the week. Shawn, we'll start with you.
So I am going back to the truck series again this time, and I'm going with Connor Mozak and the number 7 truck. The paint scheme was from the Friends of Jacqueline Foundation, which my understanding is that is a foundation who supports families of children who have pediatric cancer. So really good cause. And I thought it was a really fun paint scheme too. The way the logo is kind of an elephant painted into it. Really neat color scheme with purple and teal. So yeah, I really like that scheme a lot.
Yeah, I love that as well. And for great cause. Jeff, how about you, brother?
Well, I had one picked out. I'm not going to go with it after certain things have come to light. Won't go into that here, but I'm not going to pick the one I was going to pick. However, there's always an easy pick, and that's our friend Prime. I got to go with Brandon Poole with that Bundle of Joy scheme, and not just because of the way it looked, but because of what it meant. And I love that. So that made me real happy to see out there on the track, and big ups to Alpha Prime and Brandon Poole for that. So that's my pick.
Yeah, absolutely. That was really cool to see, and a really good looking car. Love the way they did it.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to Legacy Motor Club, actually. The Eric Jones number 43 Ziploc / Dollar Tree Toyota. I thought they brought a really fire scheme with that blue. Really like the look of that one this week.
That was my second choice.
It was actually my second as well. Jeff took my number 1.
Well, wait, I got big news, guys. Update. I just got a text from Size.
Uh-oh.
Says he's underwater. I don't know what that means. But anyway, he says that he wants to take one that's sentimental to him, but he is taking Corey Heim in the 67 car this weekend. He said he's a big fan of Field and Stream. So I don't know what's up with that. But hey, get Size, good pick Size. It's a good looking car.
Wow.
Yeah. Is he subscribed?
I hope.
He probably will get one of those hats, right?
I bet you he fills out that, I bet you Size subscribes for filling out a card like you did in the old days and mail it in.
Yeah.
Yes. Mail away. Yeah. He'll get his hat and first issue in 8 to 12 weeks.
It's cash on demand.
I do want to send a shout out to the runner up that I had, and we mentioned him earlier this week. But I'm a sucker for the Mohawk cars anytime, and I really loved the Mohawk truck that Michael Christopher Jr. ran this week. I thought that truck looked awesome, and so that was my runner up.
Yeah, I agree. That was cool looking. The other one I had on my list was O'Reilly Series winner, that Wild Protein Cracker Chevy from Junior Motorsports in Kvapil. It's a pretty cool looking car.
Yeah. One thing I noticed that the Cup Series, there didn't seem to be a ton of special schemes for the Brickyard, which was odd to me. It seems like the kind of race that there would be. So I thought that was interesting. Anyway.
In a year of Cup Series special schemes, I feel like every race people's brought special schemes, but not as many this week.
Yeah.
But good stuff for sure. NASCAR off, everybody off but us next week. I'm making these guys work.
Yeah. We'll come in and do something. We'll talk. Apparently there's going to be big news that might break or something this week. We've heard rumors.
Who knows?
If not, we'll make something up.
We'll find something to talk about. Have you met us?
Yeah. I'm just gonna remind Size next week that Ty Gibbs locked into the chase this week. That's all I'm gonna do. Just remind Size of that.
That's an episode in itself.
It is.
Good stuff. Good to be back. I will say, watch one, of course, the High, Wide, and Handsome socials. Will be dropping clips, but we got some other special stuff coming up. Some stuff that I found along the way in Nashville and right here on the Arts Brothers Network on YouTube. I got a ton of content coming up there. Several of it racing or at least car motorsports related. Also, I did mention earlier, visited the Layne Motor Museum, filmed there. The literally largest collection of, I think, automobiles, period, but of unique automobiles, cars, one of one type stuff, prototypes, so that's going to be a fun one to check out. Got a lot of cool stuff coming up, so definitely subscribe here on YouTube, follow us on the socials, and follow the main Arson Brothers Entertainment on the socials.
Good deal.
Well, it's been a fun one, boy.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. It has been great. We will be back next week, and we'll talk about something.
Maybe we can do like NASCAR Mad Libs.
There we go.
Look, we're going to tell the story of each one of someone you flipped off in your life, and then how did they
Yes.
Mine will be Size. Size is one of the only people I've ever flipped off. So we'll talk about that.
I can confirm that, actually. All right. For the gang, we say good night and good luck.